I've known Grace Flood for a number of years, and I love working alongside her in Super Patch. Grace has had 9 years in Mary Kay as a consultant. She's a chartered professional accountant working in Ontario energy sector. She started with Super Patch in October of 2023. She knew she had to try the patches due to years of pain associated with back surgery in 2010, and she's been amazed with the results. Now that she's basically pain-free, she's back in the gym doing things she hasn't done in years and never thought she would again. So please join with me in welcoming Grace to the podium.
Thank you. So I would just kind of like to add a little bit about my story before I get into the teachings on the REM patch. So I have been very active in working out my whole adult life. And I had a herniated disc and I had to have surgery, emergency surgery in 2010. I lost all feeling in my left leg up to my knee. I had to have a neurosurgeon do some surgery on me. And I still have nerve damage. I have permanent nerve damage in that leg. And after the surgery, I had pain every single day of my life. I tried so much to get back in the gym and doing what I love, and I just couldn't do it. I would get back in the gym and I would have so much pain for days after that I couldn't do anything with it. So I tried everything under the sun to try to relieve the different kinds of pain that I have. And it was pain really all over because my spine is very unstable. I had pain in my hips. I had pain in my shoulders. It was just all over the place. Different kinds of pain, stabbing pain, dull pain, aching pain, you name it, I had it constantly. So when Cher approached me, I also had balance issues as well. So when Cher approached me about the patches, I was, hey, why not? I have nothing to lose here. And I have simply been amazed with what it has done for me. I am back in the gym. I'm going strong. And I do a boot camp class a couple times a week. And the instructor has said to me, he cannot believe how much I have improved in the last few months with my balance, with my strength, with my core strength. And I don't have any pain. Basically, I have no pain. So the Super Patch has changed my life. So I just want to kind of start with that before I get into the REM patch. So the REM patch, for those of you who may not know, is for sleeping. And I think we can all attest to either ourselves having trouble with sleep or we know someone who has trouble with sleep. It's very elusive for so many people. And the common complaints that we hear are, I can't fall asleep. I can't stay asleep. I don't sleep well. I have very poor quality of sleep. And there's a number of reasons why we have poor quality of sleep. It could be stress. It could be anxiety, depression, alcohol, jet lag, caffeine, screen time, medications that we take, side effects of medications, sleep disorders, eating too close to bedtime, inactivity. The list goes on. We all know someone who has trouble with quality of sleep. Optimal sleep is not a luxury. It's a necessity. We all need it. We need it for a few reasons: for cognitive function, which is our brain, for our brain to work, for emotional resilience. I'm sure we can all think of times where we haven't slept well and just emotionally we're a wreck, where we just can't function properly. We need it for physical recovery, to recover our bodies from the daily things we inflict on it, and for proper decision making. So poor sleep, and when I say poor sleep, it could be either not getting enough sleep or not getting good quality of sleep. Poor sleep leads to slower reaction times, impaired judgment, increased stress, just feeling lousy in general. And poor sleep sabotages our best performance. And it doesn't do us any favors to not have good sleep. It's estimated that 70 million Americans suffer from chronic sleep problems, which can lead to a bunch of different things: injuries, disease, mental illnesses, and in general, poor quality of life. So millions of people turn to sleep aids. It's a multi-million-dollar industry. But a couple questions from that: do they work? And what are the side effects of those sleep aids? Sleep aids often disrupt the natural sleep cycle, and that prevents us from reaching the vital deep sleep stages where healing and restoration occur. And you may have heard of deep sleep or REM. We need that. We need that for our body to repair itself. Sleep aids can also become habit forming, and that can be very difficult to break. And sleep aids can make a person feel groggy in the morning. Enter the REM Super Patch. The REM Super Patch is all natural, it's non invasive, 100% drug free. You have no morning grogginess, non habit forming, no drug interactions, safe for long term use. It works with your natural sleep cycle, and you don't need a prescription for it. So, how does it work? It uses your body's own neural responses to support longer, deeper sleep. So the human sleep network is called the hypothalamic cortical network. We need a well-balanced interaction of this network. It's critical to get to sleep, to initiate sleep, and to stay asleep, to maintain sleep. How the patch works, it sends a signal to the brain to balance this sleep network. Works all naturally, like I said, no drugs in it. It works with your skin. So it works with the body's natural sleep mechanisms instead of forcing the body into an artificial state of unconsciousness like a sleep aid does. So if you take a sleep aid, it's artificially putting your body into that state of unconsciousness. The patch doesn't work that way. It works with your body, not putting you into something that's unnatural. The patch helps to relax the nervous system to prepare it for a deep restorative sleep. It engages the rest and digest mode, and that mode is essential for falling and staying asleep. Continuous sleep, and when I say continuous sleep, I mean staying asleep once you are asleep. Continuous sleep allows the body to move naturally through the sleep stages, including the crucial REM sleep, where most of the cognitive processing and memory consolidation occurs. And what that means is that's where you are restoring your body. You're into restorative sleep. You need to move through those sleep cycles, and you need to stay asleep continuously to move through those cycles. Patch helps with that. Because it works with the body's natural sleep mechanisms instead of creating something artificial, there's no grogginess in the morning. You just get a feeling of being clear-headed and well-rested when you use the patch. For enhanced results, the REM patch can be combined with the Peace patch. And by doing that, it addresses both the physical aspects of sleep and the mental barriers. It's particularly useful for those suffering from stress-related issues, anxiety, or overactive mind. So the REM patch will take care of the physical side of getting and staying to sleep, while the Peace patch, if someone has issues with, you can't get your mind to shut off, or you have anxiety, or you're stressed out, that works with those mental barriers to get past that. So it's a good combination to put the two together if you suffer from those things. So similar to most of the other super patches, the REM patch can be placed anywhere on the body, but for certain individuals, there could be better placements. It could be optimal placements for it. So for example, for someone who might move around a lot where they sleep, the shin, the lower portion of your leg, provides a flat, tight skin surface where the patch is less likely to come off if you're moving. Upper arms, same type of thing. It's a good place to put it. If you are a side sleeper, you might want to consider putting it on your shoulder or your upper back. The inner wrist works well. The upper chest also works well for back sleepers. And if you're using it with another patch like the Peace patch, it's recommended that they be placed at least 2 inches apart. And that will ensure that each patch will work optimally without interference into the other one. But again, you can put these patches anywhere that is comfortable with you. When I do wear it, I put it kind of here on my arm. That works well for me. The optimal time to apply the patch is 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. And it makes sense to include it in your wind down nightly routine. And the consistency of making it part of your routine helps psychologically to make the association between putting the patch on and getting your body prepared for quality sleep. You wear the patch only while you're sleeping, 6 to 8 hours or however long you're sleeping. Do not wear it in the day because you're sending that signal to the body that you want to get in the mode of sleep. So you don't want to put that on in the day. And while the REM patch is powerful by itself, if you combine it with other sleep strategies, whatever they may be for you, hot bath, reading before bed, anything like that, putting all that together creates an all-around approach to help improve your sleep. So users have reported some statistics, and I will list those. So 28% increase in deep sleep duration by wearing the patch, a 31% increase in REM sleep duration. So you're going to sleep deeper and better with the patch on. An 85% reduction in nighttime awakening. So you're going to stay asleep. It's going to help you to stay asleep. This one I thought was very interesting. A 24-minute average reduction in the time to fall asleep. 24-minute reduction. That's huge. That's a big deal for anybody who tosses and turns for an hour before they can get to sleep. That's super important. And 90% of users report feeling more refreshed upon waking. Now, my personal experience with the REM patch, I have used it before. I don't use it every night, but I have used it, and I definitely have noticed a difference. When I use it, I sleep more deeply. I don't wake up. I wake up feeling rested and refreshed and never, ever groggy. So in closing, with so many positive benefits, I think everyone owes it to themselves to give this patch a try to experience their best possible sleep. What have you got to lose?